Today, we have a very simple recipe, ramen noodles. This is a perfect recipe for those of you who don't have a lot of time. I'm just doing this on my lunch break at work right now, so this is a very, very quick and easy recipe. Okay, all you'll need is the bag of ramen noodles, some water, and of course, a thing to do your cooking in. In this case, a pot. Very clean. Great. Pour a smart amount of water in there. This one doesn't really have a grip. Gonna make your life a lot more difficult. Pour the water into the pot. Great. That poured very easily. Little room to swish in there. Plug this in. Make sure you don't get any of the water on the cord itself. It's very dangerous. I don't want any kind of emails being sent to me about getting electrocuted, having a car burned down. That's the last thing I want to hear about. And then we're just gonna wait. Luckily, we have a lot of things to look at here. Got our busy road, lawnmowers. Most importantly, we got to pay attention to the water. We're gonna want to put the lid right back on the water. Put it on here. Hello. Cool, this is probably gonna take about 10 minutes or so for the water to boil. Luckily, I don't have to be back into work until about 3:05, so I really only have about 20 minutes to get this done. That could be a problem. Ramen is not that healthy. Hello. If health is something that you're concerned with, I would not recommend eating ramen. It's just right now, obviously I'm on a lunch break. No fret though, it still tastes delicious. Some people prefer top ramen over maruchan. I mean, they're both bad. If you're gonna eat something bad, you might as well enjoy it. And this is hot chili flavor. I've never had that before. So let's go check on the water. Great, no movement. This thing takes a lot of power. It's wise to do a little test with your fingers. I can tell that it's on because it's warming up my little fingers just a little bit, and it kind of feels nice, to be honest. I already went ahead and took the liberty of setting up my kitchen. A plate and a fork. Very handy. You can use a bowl if you'd like, or as long as there's a receptacle for your food to be eaten from, then I would happily accept any of those answers. So good, we just put the plate in the dining area. And sometimes it pays to be prepared. Okay, look at that. The water is already starting to bubble up just a little bit. You don't even really need a can opener, so that makes it really handy for on-the-go applications. If I open the bag just like that, you'll want to take the two ends and pull apart. Look at that. Wow. Yep, smells like noodles. In this bag, there is a little packet. This holds the key to the magic flavoring. Chili flavor! Put the bag in a safe location. In this case, just putting it right there. There are little leftover pieces that you may want to add later. Cool. So I just have this block of ramen in my pants. It's very fascinating. It's in a block form. We're just gonna put it in here, perfect size. Look how nicely that fell in. Cool. We're just going to put the lid back on. We don't need the water anymore, so I'm gonna put this back into the dining area. With ramen, there's really no magic number as far as time goes for how long it should cook. It should be done within the next 5 minutes, even though the water's not boiling. It's a beautiful day here in Hollywood. When you eat something like ramen, it's very encouraging to be in a safe, supportive, beautiful environment because it lets you know that things are going well. Whew. A note about the water, I got purified drinking water. You can buy spring water, but it's just all advertisements anyway. It's been 2 minutes since I put the block of ramen into the pot. It's starting to dance a little bit in there. Dance, ramen, dance. This is where we take the fork, check it out, poke it a little bit, okay. Oh yeah, this pot is definitely starting to get a little hot. Who needs a hot pot when all pots become a little hot? Poke and prod. The ramen has given me the A-OK to open the packet and insert the chili flavoring. Very handy because they have these little spiky ridges on their aluminum packets, so you can just take your fingers and rip along the dotted line. Perfect. Just gonna pour it in. Pour it in. And I like to shimmy and shake the packet a little bit because it makes it feel like I'm really stretching my dollar, or a quarter of a dollar in this package's case. The little crumbs come in handy. Nice, huh? Properly disposed, and look at that. I put the fork back here. That's not a good place to do that, you know. This already looks delicious, and I cannot wait to dig in. You have to really be hungry to do this. So yeah, it's a good idea to test the waters. I mean, I only have 5 minutes until I have to get the fuck out of here. It seems to be going well. That's certainly not helping anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid back on there. And start the engine so my battery doesn't die. This is basically the gas build. Even with the window open, it's getting so hot I'm starting to sweat. It's generally a good idea to find shade when you're cooking. Whew. Ooh, that's nice, huh? I don't know what kind of tree that is. Let me open the window. If you know what kind of tree that is, drop me a line. Ramen started off in Japan, and my phone is being very slow, so I really cannot look up any more information than that. I have like 2 minutes to finish this and eat this. I'll have to save the history lesson for another day. Let's take a look at the ramen. Wow, steam is coming out, but it's not boiling. Normally, I would say to boil the noodles, but since this is ramen and not real food, and not real ramen really, we're just gonna go ahead and unplug this. Now I have the plate. Be very careful not to spill. That would be bad. Time to extract these noodles. Remember, you're dealing with liquid here, so be very, very careful. Oh, yeah. That looks really nice. You can't even get chili for this cheap in the restaurant. Wow, that's a really beautiful piece of artwork. Dump that into some grass. This has been another successful episode of Car Cook. Thanks for tuning into the quick edition. Let's try this and see if it'll... Worth it. Worth it. Worth every penny. And there are a lot of pennies that I spent to buy this. So thanks a lot. Sorry I have to cut this short, but hope you'll tune in for the next episode. We'll have something a little more complicated than ramen. We'll need something more than water and one ingredient. Car Cook tuning out. This has been an absolutely unmitigated disaster, and now I have to sprint to work, and now I have to dump this out. Grass doesn't know that happened.